Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy 13 boss tutorials. Yeah, so we're about to fight Enki and Enlil. These guys are a pain in the bum. They're quite hard. I would suggest as always, make sure both your guys are maxed out in their Crystarium. Pretty much every boss in the game is balanced around the fact that your guys are maxed out, so you might as well just do it. If you haven't done it, go back, grind for some CP and do it. In terms of equipment, I have these guys set up. You can see Vanille has a lot of magic but not a lot of strength, but that's not a problem because she's not using any strength. And I have Saz set up to be a bit of a beater. His build is kind of very aggressive. I'm using a lot of strength, so when he's a commando he can deal a lot of damage very quickly. That's just my personal playstyle. I like to play as aggressively as possible in this game, but you by no means have to follow that. For Paradigms, sorry, I just had to like move and like, you know, sitting quite uncomfortably. These are going to do you fine. We've got Tide Turner. We're going to start with Tide Turner, and then we're going to slash and burn. I'm going to move this to like that. We won't be using Undermine, so actually what we'll do here is we'll swap them like that. Yeah, that seems fine. I don't think we're not going to use Undermine. We're basically just going to drive up the chain gauge of Enlil and try and get her out as quickly as possible. And other than that, we should be ready to go. So let's travel down here and start the boss fight. Now, unlike previous bosses, there are actually two this time. And the key, as with any fight, is to focus on one at a time.
That's not good.
What do we do?
No, it's very bad.
I got it. We sneak.
Right.
Just too much to ask to cut me one break, isn't it?
Come and get it!
Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to alter hinder Enlil first. We want to give her Deprotect, Poison. There we go. And now we go straight to Slash and Burn. And that's really a good key there. Now, these guys will, as you can see, they will inflict Deprotect on us. Pretty sure. But that's not a big deal. They will keep doing that with pretty much every attack, so there's really no point. And you can see we've almost staggered her already. Now it's very important here. We're going to swap to War and Peace. We need to heal up. Even though she's staggered, it makes much more sense to heal up. Okay, and now we're just going to drive down her attack. Drive down her health. Now, luckily with Enlil, she doesn't have a lot of health. We can probably... we could potentially go for game here against her anyway. This is bad. This is very bad. This attack here you want to watch out for. These attacks, when they do their special attacks, they will do a lot of damage. So it's very important to keep the guys in the green. Unlike what I just did there. She dealt like 300. Okay, and slash and burn again. Okay, so we're going to swap to War and Peace one last time, and then we're going to go for... No, don't do that. You want Cura, we're just going to cure these guys up. Auto-heal him. Okay, then swap back to Tide Turner, and we just want to inflict the debuffs on her again. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Phoenix down. No, Phoenix down. That's very bad. That could have potentially been game right there. Jesus Christ. So you can see these guys have a lot of health. They're very strong. I think it may even just be acute to just go for driving up the chain gauge at this point and healing. Not worrying about the debuffs. The debuffs I think are going to take too long at this point to do. So we're just going to try and go for it. See if we can take down Enlil as quick as possible. Hopefully we can. We're going to swap back to War and Peace for one last time before we stagger her. And I think you can probably hear me just clicking violently on the controller, you know. Okay, and then back to this. This is bad, so we don't want her doing this. And now we just go for game against her. 20,000? Can we do it in the time we've got? Hopefully, if Enki stays over there, he looks a bit lost, bless him. But hopefully, if he stays over there and doesn't do too much damage, we should be able to go for a game. Some game here against Enlil. And as you just saw, the damage these guys can do is potentially incredibly, you know, they can do a lot of damage very quickly. You have to keep your guys healed up. That's a key. And once you've done your quick heal, just go straight back and keep on attacking. Can we get her here? Yes. Okay, now we're going to swap back to Ty Turner. Now, Enki on his own, a lot easier to deal with. Now that we've just got Enki, it's a lot easier to deal with. Let's get these D protects on him. And then we're going to drive up that chain gauge and hopefully go for game. So, okay, she's done that. We're going to go War and Peace to heal up quick. Just because he is targeting us. And Vanille is pretty weak defensively, so we need to protect her. Keep her healed up in the green. I might prefer it if he was going for Saz, but he's not, which is a real pain. That's fine. I'm going to go back to War and Peace again. Exactly for that reason. Because 2 hits and he, you know, really weakens us down. No, I won't bother doing that. Back to slash and burn. And basically we're just trying to stagger him at this point. We can stagger him now. And that's it. Now we're going to go for... Now we're hopefully trying to go for game against him. Now his health is a lot lower, but I've generally found when I'm fighting him that he tends to have higher defense in terms of you deal less damage, which is why I try and get rid of Enlil first. Bellow's not a problem, it's just going to remove the status things we put against him, but that's fine because we've already dealt a lot of damage against him. And it makes him a bit faster, gives him some more offense. But provided we stay healed up, it shouldn't be a big deal. Now, Vanille also has... So she can heal, luckily she can heal quick enough that we don't have to worry about... Back up to slash and burn. Can we get him after this? Probably not. See what I mean? He's got a lot of defense. We're not dealing a lot of damage to him. But now that it's just him, you can see that this fight is already a lot easier. Raging Torrent. I don't like thought that. That didn't do a lot. We're gonna just debuff him a little bit again. Spend some time debuffing. It's probably well worth it. And then we'll swap to War and Peace again. You could probably go with dual casting. Maybe we'll try that once we heal up this time. We'll go for dual casting. And we'll just see how that works against him. Although having said that, we need to heal again. So again, we'll swap back to Slash and Burn. War and Peace, sorry. And again, you just want to make sure that you keep your guys on the green. As you can see, if you don't, he could potentially, you know, sort of like OTK you, right? He could one turn kill your ass, okay? And we're going for game here now. And he's going to be dead. We don't need to heal again because I can just go straight aggressive. Down. And that's how you beat him with 5 stars? Yes. You get 1,000 Christian Gem, which is really, really useful. We beat him in 6 minutes. So yeah, about 6 minutes you're looking at. You could probably do it a little bit quicker. We get a Fulman ring and a Riptide ring. Get some Crystarium expansion going on. And overall, a pretty fun fight, I think. One of the harder fights, but definitely a fun fight nonetheless.
And we're in Nautilus.
The city of dreams.
If only we were dreaming up those clouds.
So you guys can see that I'm basically showing you guys the way that I do it. You by no means have to do it the way I do. And in fact, there's probably better ways to do it. I'm removing these because we're not going to be playing as these guys next chapter. And in particular, the tungsten bangle is going to be very useful. Let's have a look at their Crystarium and see what they got going on. See what kind of expansions we can expect in the next few chapters. Her Ravager role is definitely something that we want to have a look at. Yeah. Okay, so not a huge amount, but definitely some HP for her, which is really useful. Something you guys will know she struggles with is defensive playing. What ability does she get? Peril, okay. And an accessory slot there, that's very useful. She doesn't yet have 2 accessories, so it's going to be... And more health, so not too bad for Vanille. There's definitely some room for expansion there. Although before we play as these guys, they'll also have more expansion on top of that. His Ravager roll, does it upgrade yet? No, he doesn't make it to... He doesn't make it to level 2, but you can see the CP cost here is starting to get higher. Look at these, they're costing like 700 at this point. But we could still, with the CP this guy's got, we could still max him out right now. Aurora, that's very powerful. We're going to definitely be using that later on. If we play as this guy again, I think at this point you want to start using lightning pretty much all the time. But okay, cool. So he's definitely got a lot there. So that's cool, guys. So that was how to beat Enki and Enlil. Again, not the hardest fight so far. Personally, I think the hardest fight so far has been Odin. But they are a pain. They are different, being a double boss rather than a single boss. And hopefully you guys could follow what I was doing. You know, feel free to watch the video several times if you... Is there a chest here? No, of course not. Feel free to watch several times if you need. And I'll see you guys next time, I suppose. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.